worse, ranked 4th in the world for worst air quality.
Thank you. We want to bring in Ginger now with where this smoke is heading. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning. I just checked the air quality index, the AQI in Chicago. It's at 148, which is just short of the beyond unhealthy for sensitive groups and into unhealthy for everybody group. And so you see the sky there in Chicago. You're going to be dealing with it today again. That's why you have those air quality alerts until midnight, right up through Green Bay, through the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the Arrowhead of Minnesota, northern Michigan, over to the Poconos and Catskills. And I think that's where we'll see a lot of it today into Vermont, New Hampshire. Some of those Massachusetts air quality alerts are going to be up through today. But we will see this ocean breeze kind of take over on the front end of this high. The high is responsible for this, by the way. It brought cooler, drier air, but also filtered in that smoke. And now the smoke's just hanging around. And so we will be seeing it intermittently through the end of the week and through the weekend for some people. So you look at, say, Thursday, 6 p.m., Virginia Beach, even up to Pittsburgh, starting to see some of those hazy skies. And a check on the west real quick. Red flag warnings, low humidities, gusty winds. That's bad for fighting fires and for fire starts. Extreme heat not making it easy there in Arizona and California.
Sorry, there was another earthquake on the East Coast yesterday. I didn't feel it.
Not making it easy there in Arizona and California.
All right, and there was another earthquake on the East Coast yesterday. I didn't feel it. Did anyone feel it?
I did not feel it, but I heard about it.
Yeah. So we know it happened. We might not have felt it. Tell us about that.
Right, and so we get them every 2 to 3 years in the Northeast on the Mid-Atlantic Northeast fault line. The difference is, and people yesterday were like, we are so California. We've got smoke in the sky and we've got earthquakes happening. Very different here. Even a small earthquake is felt up to 10 times larger of an area than it would out west, and that's because our crust is older.
Ginger, thanks very much. We're going to turn to the latest on the showdown in moves. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce has the story. Good morning, Mary.
Hey, George, good morning. Well, Texas Republicans are now doing basically everything they can to try and force these Democratic lawmakers who fled the state to return so they can vote on this new electoral map. And now President Trump is upping the pressure on them, even telling me the FBI may need to get involved to bring them in, saying history will judge this moment. It will show a governor who used the law as a weapon to silence.
Dr. Taryn Arula is here. So this is about $500 million in federal funding that is going to be stopped. What does it mean?
Yeah, so RFK announced yesterday that after reviewing the science and talking to experts and reviewing investments, they will, as you mentioned, be halting 22 projects worth $500 million in mRNA vaccine development. No more mRNA vaccines will be developed. Now, we know these vaccines came into you, and you make a protein that then is part of the virus. So when you see the virus, you're able to attack it. The mRNA viruses can be produced very quickly and rapidly, which is why they were so helpful in the setting of a pandemic. And this is part of what public health experts worry about. They say, look, mRNA vaccines are safe. They can be produced rapidly. They have saved millions of lives. And we are using them to do research on things like HIV and cancer and RSV and CMV and all kinds of other viruses, even the flu virus. So that this is going to leave us very vulnerable. This is potentially a dangerous decision, according to many health experts. RFK, on the other hand, saying that they are going to be investing in what they think are safer and broader types of vaccine platforms, whole vaccines, which is essentially what we've been using in the past.
Right, but he said that these were ineffective against respiratory viruses. That's not true.
I think many public health experts would agree. Public health experts would agree with you that that is not true.
So what does this mean for COVID as we're facing another season?
This does not mean anything for the current vaccines that are in existence. The flu vaccine is not an mRNA vaccine, so for most Americans, this doesn't affect us right now or in the incoming season of respiratory infections. But I think, again, this is really where are we going in the future? And I think it's a very difficult and unnerving time for many Americans and many in science.
Dr. Narula, thanks very much. Deb?
Okay, George, thank you. Well, now to the latest on the maneuvering around the Jeffrey Epstein case. First, we're going to go back to
And, you know, we've got our own red zone over here with lots of boxes to pick from. So we'll start with the flooding that was in the southeast because we've been stuck in this pattern. Charlotte, North Carolina, the flash flooding in the streets there. More where that came from. Today we've got this threat area from North Carolina, including Raleigh and Durham, who had a flash flood warning this morning, down through South Carolina. Florence is included there, and Savannah, Georgia. So a lot of people will end up with 1 to 2 inch per hour rainfall rates. And you could see some gusty winds with this as they move through this afternoon, especially south of I-85. We're looking for some some of those storms to become heavy at times. On top of this, it has cooled the southeast, like significantly, record territory. Daily records for the lowest high temperature set in Greenville, South Carolina. Charlotte only made it to 69 degrees. Greensboro only 69 degrees. We're going to have another cool day today. So once you get rid of the rain and you kind of north or south of that stationary front, depending on where you are, Jackson's going to be warm again at 91, but it's been a nice break for Birmingham. Definitely Charlotte only going to 72 today, Durham 71, and up in Richmond 75. So we're going to see some drying as we go into the weekend, but also that means you pull in that smoke, remember, in the mid-Atlantic. Your local weather in 30 seconds.
And good Wednesday to you. So skies are still hazy across the tri-state, and there's another air quality alert that includes the Hudson Valley, the Catskills, and the Poconos.
Welcome back to GMA. The hottest temperature that Tucson, Arizona has ever made in recorded history, which goes back to 1895, in the month of August has been 112. Today, they could be hotter than that. So extreme heat warning, hottest August temperature possible. Tucson, bring on that heat at least through today. 113 is the forecast. That's a daily record as well. Phoenix goes to 116. Yuma 116 could be a daily record. Albuquerque, Roswell also could see daily records above 100. Now, how long does this last? Well, we are going to see some cooling. We'll call it cooler. By Saturday, Tucson goes down to 105. We'll stay with daily records in Albuquerque through the end of the week, and Denver even at 99 today. I do want to show you a big change. You see Alaska's getting cooler. The ridge is going to kind of move to the east, so we've been cooler and drier in the northeast. Next week, looking likely warmer than normal. The southeast, a little bit warmer than they've been because they've been breaking those daily lows. But look, staying likely warmer than normal in the southwest. I know they very desperately would love for that monsoon flow to kick in and give them a little bit of rain too, cool them down. So we'll have to wait for that. But coming up here on GMA, we have so much to get to. Dr. Tara Narula is back. She's going to break down the new study on ultra-processed foods. She always teaches us so much. She'll tell us how they could be derailing your diet. And then Tori Johnson's here. She's got great deals and steals for your kitchen and your home. And they're all at least 50% off. I wonder if there'll be any free shipping. We'll find out. Your local news and weather next.
As Heidi says,
good morning, America. Mwah! I'm excited to be here.
Live.
Stuck in this blocked pattern, and that's really where we're seeing the smoke along that high pressure system, but also the cool and really wet weather in the southeast, and then the severe storms in the northern plains. So let's talk about what's going to happen today. Philadelphia, we've got a shot from there this morning. They have moderate air quality. They're no longer in the air quality alerts, but those air quality alerts exist to their west. The Poconos and Catskills will feel a lot of that today. Parts of Connecticut will still see it, back to Syracuse. And yes, this morning, Chicago waking up with an unhealthy for sensitive groups, and really their AQI was 148 when I checked this morning. That's really bad. So you don't want to have prolonged exposure to that. But watch what happens. We're going to get this easterly wind. Still going to see the smoke in New York through this afternoon, but then it starts to clear tonight, and it pushes some of it to the mid-Atlantic. Virginia Beach could end up seeing some of it. This is by Thursday night. A quick look at the fires. We've got many that we're tracking. The Gifford fire, more than 83,000 acres, and there's the fire danger today. Rebecca.
All right, Ginger, thank you. We turn now to the war of words between Blake Lively and...
We are getting an inside look at the smear campaign Blake Lively's attorneys claim that Justin Baldoni and his team of lawyers are involved in amid their ongoing legal battles. This comes just days after the draft of the 292-page transcript from her testimony filed publicly, they say with no legal reason to do so. They claim, amongst other things, that this tactic has a quote, untold chilling effect that serves to silence other sexual harassment victims. We've reached out to Baldoni's team. They haven't gotten back to us. Deb.
All right, Janae, thank you. We are going to turn now to why your morning glass of orange juice might taste just Rhiannon.
Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning.
Who doesn't love a tall, cold glass of orange juice? For many, it's a breakfast staple, but is orange juice really healthy? Now the FDA is targeting the sweet drink under new regulations from the Trump administration. The admin proposing yesterday that orange juice be made with less sugary orange to give more flexibility because the Florida citrus industry has been grappling with changes to its crop as it recovers from a citrus-based disease. Now, this proposal begs the question, is it even good for you? Many experts, like the American Academy of Pediatrics, recommend you stick to actual fruit because it contains more fiber than juice. Now, orange juice does contain some important vitamins, But they say, as always, moderation is key.
Our kid's pediatrician used to always say, eat the orange, skip the juice.
That's exactly right. Kids might not like that.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Rihanna.
Flume takes us behind the scenes of Project Runway, plus Sam is in Florida cruising through Miami and bringing us to some of his favorite spots. Hey, Sam.
It's all on the way. Hey, Rebecca. So Lynn and Joe are here from ABC Miami. We're going to show you a party in just a second. Let's see if I've got this all right. We're going to show you some of the great neighborhoods.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little dancing.
Definitely.
I require a costume change for all of this. All right, guys, play a little music and we'll be right back.
Great seeing you. Oh, ma. You're fabulous.
Check out this look.
I love
How amazing is it? Isn't it fabulous?
We love it. We were just talking about this, by the way, because we had 3 contestants on recently, and America chose this look from Bologna.
Yes, and
what do
thank
you
you so much for choosing this, because I'm loving this look. I love the polka dots. I love the sheer sleeves.
The denim.
Isn't it so cute?
Yeah. Is it 1 piece or 2?
It's 2. It's a skirt and then a top.
Ah, beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful.
Well done. And in GMA colors, too.
Oh, my gosh. What do you think of it? You like it overall?
I love it, too. I mean, I don't want to be biased and say I would have picked it, too, you know, because the others...
And Disney Plus, we also want to give special thanks to Mood Fabric for helping with Heidi's outfit.
Yes, thank you.
Let's go to Ginger.
Georgia, right. I can see producers. Who's Tigger? Who's Piglet? Yep, we got to get the whole thing down. All right, let's start off with what's happening. Durham, North Carolina, earlier this morning had a flash flood warning, but flood watch there, rainfall rates up to 2 inches per hour. And there are a lot of other people that are going to have 1 to 2 inch per hour rainfall rates possible today. Yes, Raleigh and Wilmington, down through Florence, South Carolina, Charleston, and Savannah, Georgia. It's going to be this storm that comes through. It's going to move slowly at times like we've seen. It's also keeping it cool. Look at some of those numbers. Only 72 for a high today in Charlotte. Let's get a check a little closer to home.
And we cool today, too, with temperatures in the upper 70s and the lower 80s, but we'll also have higher humidity.
Wednesday stars Emma Myers and Joy Sunday are here. We're having a dance party. We love Heidi Klum and we love Wednesdays. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marie Anna.
And I'm Will. Great to be with you and great to be joined by Deborah Roberts and Rebecca Jarvis on this wonderful Wednesday.
Always great to see all of you. A lot to get to this morning and this afternoon, including how families are fighting the high cost of childcare by combining technology with community.
But first, we are going to start with the wildfire smoke. We're talking about this.
Yes, I don't know if you all have felt it. I had the runny nose and the eyes, and it took me a couple days. I'm like, what am I allergic to? Oh, it's the smoke, and that's because I was in Michigan last week, and now here in the Northeast, we've been dealing with it, and it will be pushing to the west of us here in New York City as we go through this afternoon and through tonight. But I want to show you the smoke forecast. You see that high pressure? That's the thing where, yes, it's been drier and cooler, but it also filtered in that smoke from the Canadian wildfires. It's been a big season up there. But watch the time here. By tomorrow afternoon, the Mid-Atlantic starts to see this right up through Buffalo. So even though Wisconsin and Chicago clear, because earlier this morning, Chicago had the worst air quality that I've seen yet, close to 150 AQI. And then we have to talk about the heat and the fire danger. Tucson, Arizona this afternoon could end up at 113. They do that. That's the hottest August temperature on record.
Wow.
You see extreme heat warnings go back to Palm Springs into southern Nevada, and also red flag warnings, which means fire danger is high in parts of the Rockies. And that heat, oh, it's not just here. Through New Mexico, you've got some of those daily records possible, Roswell and Albuquerque. So by next week, we are going to get rid of this high pressure system and invite our hot temps back. So we're looking for that.
August weather.
That's right.
Something to look forward to.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Ginger. Okay, now we go to the encounter between a 6-year-old and an octopus. That at this story, Morgan, neither side seems to be backing down at this point.
Yeah, you know, this story seems to be growing more tentacles by the day. So many people talk. You see what I did there? I can help myself. You know, an octopun. See, another one for you. All right, it all started with Brittany Tarrant sharing her son's fright. A lot of questions
They
here.
have 8 brains.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, they do.
Yeah. Well, good news is he's not traumatized.
He's not traumatized.
Yeah.
Still loves the octopus.
Good.
But yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Leo, best wishes to all ahead. Thanks so much for joining us on that, Morgan. We're going to turn now to the latest on the Blockbuster deal.
But also in 2026, it was announced ESPN's new direct-to-consumer service, which begins on August 21st.
You're wearing. Yes, congratulations. So Heidi, let's start with you. What do you think of this look? How much do you love this?
I mean, polka dots are definitely back in, as you can see. I mean, I love it because it just really, I love how it does like the feminine curves, you know, it's like snatched in at the waist. I also love when Hans and Franz can also have a little bit of an out. And, you know, I think also it's beautiful. You see still the sleeves, the skin underneath, but it's kind of hidden. And that is like really cool. I don't know. I love the color combination, the polka dots, the denim. I love it.
Question for you. You star along. Welcome back. Goes on TV. Joy Sunday and Emma Myers. Everybody give it up. Welcome. Joy, we're going to start with you. What is going to surprise fans the most?
The community are helping drive down child care costs, a really important one for your bottom line. We'll be right back.
Okay, so first ever published novel.
All right, guys, it's Wednesday. We are halfway there. Thank you so much for watching. Will's on his way to Massachusetts for 50 states in 50 weeks. That is tomorrow on GMA.
Yeah, hump day. Plus, Sam Champion is showing us more of Miami.
And tomorrow on GMA3, attention Bachelor Nation, Jesse Palmer is here in our studio. And for more news, you can check out what you need to know anytime on Disney+. We had so much fun with all of you today.